Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man wala. And yesterday we went over this hadith and the meanings of the words and everything. Now we just need to read it before moving on to al-Hadith al-Khamis wal-Arba'īn. Abdullah, you're at the top. Faddal.
عن عائشة رضي الله عنهما أن
عنهما
النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال
hold up. عنهما
عنهما
عنها
عنها
عنهما is for two people. Did you mention two people or one?
عن عائشة رضي الله عنها أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال الوداعة تحرم ما تحرم الولادة ساك رحمه الله هذا الحديث لبيان أن أحكام الرداءة لها أحكام النسب
No, not nasabi.
نسب بشروطه فيشترط في الرداء أن يكون 5 وداءات فصائدا وأن تكون ما دون الحولين فإن توفر شرطان فإن من ودأ يكون
فإن من. In only comes before a verb, right?
Okay.
فإن من رضع فإن من رضع
من okay. فإن من ودأ يكون كأنه منتسب لصاحب لبن يعني كأنه خرج من بطن زوجته تماما لذلك يحرم من الرداء ما تحرم من الولادة وفي لفظ من
من النسب
يعني لو أن طفلا ودأ من زوجته
لو أن طفلا طفل is a verb.
I don't know. طفلا أنا.
Okay. Have you ever seen a verb with tanween on it in your life?
لو أن طفلا ودأ من زوجتي هذا الطفل كأنه ولد لك خرج من بطن زوجتك فيكون محرما لبناتك سفر وغيره ولا يزوج وله جميع أحكام النسب سوى الإرث ما يرث لأن من شروط الإرث النسب والرضاعة
Not
الرضاعة
رضاء.
رضاعة يخرج من النسب. وأما إخوة المرتضى ووالدا المرتضى فليس لهم أحكام المرتضى.
This is, 1 second, Walidal Murtada, not Walidan. It was originally Walidan with a noon there for the two parents, but because it's mudaf ilayh,
I get it. Walidal Murtada فليس لهم أحكام المرتضى فروءة له أحكام نفسه، يعني ولد الطفل الصغير.
ولد أولاد not ولد أولاد الطفل.
أولاد الطفل الصغير إذا كبر يقولون هذه أم أبي من الرضاعة فتكشف لأولاده وأولاد صاحب اللبن لا يحلون لإخوات المرتضى فاللبن تنتشر محرميته في الطفل وفي بوئه.
نعم.
الحديث الرابع والأربعون عن عائشة رضي الله عنها أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: الرضاعة تحرم ما تحرم الولادة. ساق رحمه الله هذا الحديث لبيان أن أحكام الرضاعة لها أحكام في النسب بشروطه، ويشترط في الرضاع أن يكون 5 رضاعات فصاعدا، وأن تكون ما دون الحولين. فإن توفر شرطان فإن من رضع يكون كأنه منتسب لصاحب لبن، يعني كأنه خرج من بطن زوجته تماما. لذلك يحرم من الرضاعة ما يحرم من الولادة. وفي لفظ من النسب، يعني لو أن الطفل رضاع من زوجتك هذا هذا الطفل كأنه ولد لك، خرج من بطن زوجتك فيكون محرما لبناتك في سفر وغيره، ولا يزوج ولو جميع أحكام النسب سوى الإرث لا يرث لأنما شروط الحرث
من شروط الإرث
لأن من شروط الإرث النسب والرضاعة يخرج من النسب وأما إخوة المرتدع وولد المرتدع فليس لهم أحكام المرتدع فروعه له أحكام نفسه يعني أولاد الطفل الصغير إذا كبر يقولون أبي من رضاعتي فتكشف لأولاده وأولاد صاحب اللبن لا يحلون لإخوة المرتدع فاللبن تنتشر محرميته في الطفل وفي فروعه.
نعم. فاللبن تنتشر. نعم. الحديث الخامس والأربعون عن جابر بن عبد الله رضي الله عنهما أنه سمع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عام الفتح وهو بمكة يقول. عن Jabir ibn Abdullah radiallahu anhu that he heard the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam Am al-Fath, the year of the Fath, the year of the opening of Mecca, right? The year of the conquering or conquest of Mecca. وَهُوَ بِمَكَّةَ, and he was in Mecca. يقول, he heard him say, إن الله ورسوله حرم بيع الخمر والميتة والخنزير والأصنام. Indeed, Allah and His Messenger حرم, prohibited, بيع, selling or buying and selling of khamr, intoxicants, والميتة, and dead animals, والخنزير, and swine, والأصنام, and statues or idols. فقيل, so it was said, Ya Rasulullah, O Messenger of Allah, أرأيت شحوم الميتة, like what do you say? أرأيت, do you not see, or what is your opinion of shuhum, the fat of the dead animal? فإنها يطلى بها السفن, for verily the sufun, the plural of safina, boats. The boats are like waxed with it. They're enameled with it. They used to put, and you know, those who know about boating and all that, they put this wax on the boat to make it smoother in the sea, or also probably to seal it as well. فإنها يطلى بها السفن, because the boats, they are waxed and enameled by it, coated with it. وَيُدْهَنُ بِهَا الْجُلُودِ, and the skins, julud, the plural of jild, animal skins, they are yudhanu, meaning they are oiled. They oil animal skins so they don't get dry and they can continue using them. وَيَسْتَصْبِحُ بِهَا النَّاسِ, and the people, they light, yastasbihu, from the word misbah, they light their lanterns with it. The people, they light their lanterns with this shahum, this fat of the dead animals. فقال, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, لا, huwa haram, it's haram. ثم قال, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, then the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "Inda dhalik," at that time, or because of that, due to that statement, قاتل الله اليهود. May Allah fight the Jews. إن الله حرم عليهم الشحوم. Indeed, Allah prohibited upon them the fat. فأجملوه. So they brought it together. أجملوا, like jamal. They brought it together. ثم باعوه. And then they sold it. فأكلوا ثمنه. And so they ate its price, its thaman, its value. So they didn't eat it or they didn't use it, but they ate its price or its value. Any questions?
لا.
Read this, inshallah ta'ala.
عن جابر ابن عبد الله رضي الله عنهما أنه سمع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عام الفتح وهو بمكة يقول إن الله ورسوله حرم بيع الخمر والميتة والخنزير والأصنام فقيل يا رسول الله أرأيت شحوم الميتة فإنها يتلى بها السفن ويدهن بها الجلود ويستسبح بها الناس فقال لا هو حرام ثم قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عند ذلك قاتل الله اليهود إن الله حرم عليهم الشهود فأجملوه
Shuhud or shuhum?
شهوم فأجملوه ثم باعوه فأكلوا ثمنه.
نعم.
الحديث الخامس والأربعون.
الخامس
الحديث الخامس والأربعون عن جابر بن عبد الله رضي الله عنهما أنه سمع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عام الفتح وهو بمكة يقول إن الله ورسوله حرم بيع الخمر والميتة والخنزير والأصنام فقيل يا رسول الله أرأيت شحوم الميتة فإنها يتلى بها سفن ويدعن بها الخلود ويستصبح بها الناس فقال لا هو حرام ثم قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عند ذلك قاتل الله اليهود إن الله حرم عليهم الشحوم فأجملوه ثم باعوه فأكلوا ثمنه.
نعم. ساق المصنف رحمه الله هذا الحديث لبيان أن الخمر وإن تعددت أسماؤه وأنواعه فهو محرم على أي صفة كان. ساق المصنف رحمه الله هذا الحديث. The author, he brought this hadith لبيان أن الخمر, that khamra, that intoxicants, وإن تعددت أسماؤه, وإن, and even if تعددت, to become numerous, basically from ayn dal, addada, to a'ud, to count, even if it's asma'uhu wa anwa'uhu, its names and its type have ta'addadat, have become many. There are many different names for intoxicants today. فَهُوَ مُحَرَّمٌ, then it is prohibited. عَلَى أَيِّ صِفَةٍ كَانَ, upon any or every or whichever a sifa, description, kana, that it is. Any description you give it, it's still, if it's still khamar, then it doesn't matter what you call it. Call it spirits, call it whatever the case, it's still muharram. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ذكر هذا الحديث في فتح مكة, because Mecca is mamnu min as-sarf. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam ذكر, mentioned هذا الحديث, he mentioned this hadith, مفعول به منصوب في فتح مكة, in the conquest of Mecca, يعني, meaning في أواخر رسالته, in the end of his messengership, in the end of his being a messenger, meaning shortly before his death, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This was towards the end of his life. Questions?
لا لا.
The words bay al-khamari, bay al-khamari, because it's from the hadith. Normally it would be bay'ul, but because he's just talking about it as it is in the hadith here, you could say bay'ul khamari, but in the hadith it says inna allaha harrama, or inna allaha wa rasulahu harrama bay'a. What did they prohibit? Prohibited bay al khamri, right? Prohibited the selling or trading and buying in intoxicants. Al ikhtilaf, he says, ala ikhtilafi anwa'ihi wa asma'ihi, upon the ikhtilaf, the difference of its types and its names, it's still prohibited. Wal maytata, or if you're going to put a dhamma here on bay'u, then you put a dhamma on mayta too, right? Otherwise, if you put a fata as it is in the hadith, then you put a fata here as it is in the hadith. Wal maytata, al maytatu muharramun, muharramatun, it is prohibited, right? Sawa'an, regardless, kanat ma'kulata al-lahm, ma'kula talahmi amla, meaning the meta, meaning the dead animal, the animal that you find already dead, fell off a cliff. You find a big deer in the middle of the road, on the side of the road, in the middle of the forest. It's already dead. This is meta, right? You don't know how it was killed. You don't know any idea. It was just dead when you found it, right? This is meta. Al-maytatu muharrama, it is prohibited. Sawa'an, regardless. Kanat ma'kulatil lahmi am la, meaning ma'kula from akala. If it was the animal that you eat, its meat, laham am la, or not. If you eat its laham, its meat or not, meaning if it's an animal which is prohibited or permissible to us. So, if you find a dead pig, of course it's haram. It's a pig. If you find a dead donkey, of course it's haram. It's a donkey. Donkeys are prohibited to eat, right? But if you find, someone might say, well, I found a deer, and deer is permissible. It doesn't matter if you eat the meat or not. If it's the food that we eat or not. Ma'kulat al-lahm, the meat that we eat or not. It was found dead, so it's prohibited. Walam yustathna. And this is majzoom. How? Bi hadaf al-harf al-illa. The alif maksura, which would be here, is dropped. Yustathna. Right? It's majzoom after lam. And it is passive here. And there is not given an exception. Min al-maytati. Min al-maytati. From this dead animal. Illa jildiha. Illa jilduha, asif. Jilduha. There's nothing given as an exception from this animal, from this dead animal, except its skin. And for those in the fiqh, there's a difference of opinion even over that. The animal found dead, can you use its skin or not? It's difference of opinion, right? But here he brings a hadith which those who say it's permissible. He says, لِقَوْلِ النَّبِيِّ alayhi salatu wassalam, due to the statement of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ayyuma ihabin dubigha faqad tahura. Ayyuma ihab, basically whichever ihab, whichever skin. Skin is another kind of word for the word jild, right? Jild meaning the skin of the animal. And jild also means your skin, right? Ayyuma ihabin, whichever skin, dubiga. Dubiga means to tan, or here it means to be tanned. It's passive. Dubiga is passive. Whichever skin is tanned, faqad tahura, then it has become pure. Then it is become pure, right? So the hadith he uses as evidence for his position is that you can use the skin of the dead animal. It's this hadith from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ayyuma ihabin dubiga faqad tahura. Whichever skin is tanned, then it has become pure. Falahmuha haramun, but its meat is prohibited. Shahmuha, its fat. La yustasna'u bihi, from the root sad nun ayn, meaning sana'a, meaning to make something with it. Yastasni'u, here yustasni'u, because it's passive as well. It is not utilized. Sana'a is to make something out of it. So sana'a masna is a factory. Yustasna'u, meaning there is no utilization of its fat. Right? The dead animal, you do not use its fat for anything. The only thing you can use, as the Sheikh says here, is his skin. وَلَا يُطْلَى بِهِ السُّفْنُ. Right? السُّفْنُ. You do not wax, or like we said, put a layer like an enamel of this fat on the boat. You do not do that with this fat of a dead animal. وَلَا يَنْتَفِعُ بِهِ. يَنْتَفِعُ. And you do not benefit by it or from it. وَالْخِنْزِيرُ وَالْأَصْنَامُ. Right? Well, you would put a fatah here, like is in the hadith. If you put a fatah on bay al-khamri wal-maytata, then you put a fatah here on al-khinzir wal-asnam, because he's basically quoting the hadith here. What if you put a dhamma there? Then you put a dhamma here, no problem. Al-khinzir. If you put a fatah here, as in the hadith, then you put a fatah down here on khinzir and asnam. But if you say, okay, that's the hadith, but now I'm just talking, so I say bay'ul khamri wal maytatu wal khinziru wa asnamu, then no problem. But if you're going to quote the hadith here, right, then you want to put it as it is in the hadith. But if you say, no, I'm not quoting the hadith right now, I mean, I'm talking about it, but I'm not necessarily quoting it, you can put dhammas, no problem. It's
but it has a kasra in the hadith.
Huh?
It has a kasra in the hadith.
In where?
Al-Khinzir.
Oh, yeah, they're right. Bay'ul khamri. That's because he's selling it. You're right. Al-maytati wal-khinziri wal-asnam. You're right. You're right. So he's saying the buying and the selling of these animals. Correct. But it's the statement still goes, if you want to put a dumb, if you put a dumb on these, then you can put a dumb on these, right? But you're correct. And
the last one, al-khinziru.
This one here is al-khinziru, because now he's just talking. Here, okay. If we're saying he's quoting a hadith, then you put the kasra. If you now he's just talking, the dhamma.
So you could have went dhammas on either one of them.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Al-khinzir, kadhalik, muharramun. It is prohibited. Muharramun. Bay'uhu. It's selling. Wa shira'uhu. And it's buying. Wa akluhu. And it's eating. Kadhalik al-asnam. Likewise, statues, idols. La yajuzu. It's not permissible. Shira'uha. Buying them. Wala bay'uha. Nor selling them. Wala wad'uha. Nor placing them. Fil manazili. In the houses. Li zinatin. Or li zinati. Li, there be a shadda there. Li zinati. For beautification. Remember, the word zina that's prohibited is written like this. Zina. Zina, which we mispronounce it because we're used to reading the English letters instead of reading the Arabic. Zina means beautification. Wala li ghayrihi. Meaning it's not permissible to place them in the house. Wala wad'uha. And nor placing them fil manazili in the houses. Li zinati wala li ghayriha. For beautification other than that. So you got a garden in the front of your house, or in the back of your house, or on the side of your house, or inside your house. Whatever. Right? And you want to put a little Buddha statue with a water coming out of it, a water fountain. No, it's not permissible. This is a sanam. This is a statue. لِأَنَّ اللَّهَ أَمَرَ. Huh?
How you pronounce that? Zina.
Lizinati. Lizinati. Zina. No. Zina is what is prohibited as far as relationships. Zina. 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 Zina is not prohibited. Zina is beautification. Your wife should have some zina to her when you come home from work. She should make herself pretty before she comes home. Right? There's no problem with zina. The problem is with zina. The problem is with fornication and adultery. Zina is beautification. Zina, that is adultery and fornication. Right? لِأَنَّ اللَّهَ أَمَرَ بِكَسْرِهَا. Because Allah ordered with breaking them. Allah ordered with breaking them, meaning the idols. So you cannot place a statue of a little angel peeing in your water fountain. You cannot place a statue of a deer in your backyard, or a horse, or you cannot put a statue of a little bird on a I can't remember what it's called right now. It has north, east, west, and south on it, right? You cannot place a little bird out there. You cannot have little statues of cardinals or bunny, concrete bunny rabbits with the little bunnies following the big bunny. All that is prohibited in Islam. Asnam are prohibited. بيعها وشراؤها ووضعها في المنازل للزينة ولا لغيرها. To put them, to buy them, to sell them, or to place them in the house for beautification. All that's prohibited. Questions?
لا.
تفضل.
ساق المهنف رحمه الله
ساقه
هذا الحديث.
ساقه
مصنف
مصنف not مصنف أولا.
مصنف.
There you go.
مصنف رحمه الله هذا الحديث لبيان أن الخمر وإن تعددت أسماؤه وأنواعه فهو محرم على أي صفة كان. أن النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام ذكر هذا الحديث في فتح مكة، يعني في أواخر رسالته صلى الله عليه وسلم. بيع الخمر على اختلاف أنواعه وأسمائه. والميتة الميتة محرمة سواء كانت مأكولة اللحم أم لا، ولم يستثنى من الميتة إلا خلدها. لكل النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام أيما إهاب دبغ فقد طهر ولحمها حرام شحمها لا يستثنى به ولا يؤثلى به سفون ولا ينتفع به والخنزير والأصنام الخنزير كذلك محرم بيعه وشراؤه وأكله. كذلك الأصنام لا يجوز شراؤها ولا بيعها ولا وضعها في المنازل للزينة ولا لغيرها، لأن الله أمر بحصرها.
ساق المصنف رحمه هذا الحديث لبيان أن الخمر وإن تعددت أسماؤه وأنواعه فهو محرم على أي صفة كان. النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام ذكر هذا الحديث في فتح مكة، يعني في أواخر رسالته صلى الله عليه وسلم، بيع الخمر الاختلاف أنواعه وأسمائه. الميتة محرمة سواء كانت معقولة معقولة اللحم أم لا، ولم يسمى إن الميتة إلا دعاء، لقول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أيما إهاب دبر فقد طهر، ولحمها حرام، شحمها لا يستثنى به ولا يسبح ولا ينفع به، والخمر والأصنام الخمر كذلك محرم بيعه وشراؤه وأكله، كذلك الأصنام لا يجوز شراؤه ولا بيعها ولا وضعها في المنازل لزينته ولا لغيرها، إن الله أمر بكسرها.
نعم إن شاء الله تعالى. فقيل يا رسول الله أرأيت الشحوم الميتة يعني إذا أذبناها right أذيبت يعني إذا أذبناها, meaning if we melted it down, يعني إذا أذبناها, right? أذيبت, meaning it's melted down. These are like, it should be a comma here or a period or something like that, right? أذبناها, أذيبت. It's melted down. It's not like in its original form anymore, right? It's not the fat of the animal like it was. We're not eating it. We're melting it down. فإنها يطلى بها السفن ويدهن بها الجلود ويستصبح بها الناس, right? يدهن بها الجلود, the skins are oiled with it. بعد الدباغة. Dibaga, as we said, the word dubiga before means tanning. Dibaga is the noun or the masdar of tanning, right? Dibaga, the tanning. So after tanning it, after you tan it, then you wipe it down with this oil to keep it, moist. You know how you do leather in order to keep it from cracking and getting old, right? So they use this fat for that. وَيَسْتَصْبِحُ بِهَا النَّاسِ, and the people use it for their lanterns. يعني يتخذونها, they take it وقودا, as an oil. وقودا, they take it as an oil. لإضاءة مصابيحهم. لإضاءة, for basically lighting their masabih, their misbah, their lanterns, right? They take it as an oil, as a fuel for lighting their lanterns. هذا في السابق. This is from before, what they used to do before. لكن but كل ذلك محرم. All of that is impermissible. It's prohibited. It's haram. قال لا هو حرام وإن غير إلى غير حقيقته فهو حرام. In غير, here it's passive. غير would be to change. غير, it was changed. وإن غير إلى غير حقيقته, if it was changed to other غير حقيقته, other than its reality, other than its original form, its reality, فهو حرام, then it is impermissible. So if you melt it down, then it's still not permissible. Any questions? ثم قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عند ذلك قاتل الله اليهود. Right? May Allah fight the Yahud. يعني لعن الله اليهود. May Allah curse the, meaning may Allah curse the Jews. وهكذا, and likewise كل آية, every ayah في كتاب الله, كل آية في كتاب الله, every ayah in the book of Allah, قتل يعني لعنة. Every time you see قتل, it means لعنة. قاتلهم الله, meaning when it comes from Allah. That's what he means. Not every time the word قتل comes, but when it comes from Allah. قاتلهم الله أنى يؤفكون. So here he's showing that this ayah, قاتلهم الله, shows may Allah's curse be upon him. يعني لعنهم الله كيف ينصرفوا أو ينصرفون عن الحق إلى الباطل. How do they turn away from the truth towards falsehood? كيف ينصرفون, how do they turn away عن الحق, from the truth, إلى الباطل, towards falsehood? Right? إن الله حرم عليهم الشحوم فأجملوه ثم باعوه فأكلوا ثمنه. So Allah prohibited upon them this fat, so they gathered it, they put it together, and then they sold it. They basically, as he said up above, that this, or before, that this is like a they're changing it. Ajmaluhu, they beautified it from the word jamil, meaning they changed it from the fat that's on the animal, this and that. They beautified it and they gathered it together and they changed how it is, and then they sold it and then they ate its price. فأجملوه يعني أذابوه. As we said, أذابوه meaning to melt it down, to change it, to beautify it, to make it look different than what it originally was. Naha tahrim al-shuhum. Naha, he prohibited. Tahrim, or what is prohibited? Tahrim al-shuhum, al-shahmi. Asif. Al-shahmi, alayhim. The prohibition of Naha, he prohibited tahrim al-shahm, the prohibition of the fat, alayhim, upon them. فَأَذَابُوهُ وَبَاعُوهُ فَأَكَلُوا ثَمَنَهُ. So they melted it down and they sold it and they ate its price. يعني المصنف, the author, ساق هذا الحديث, he brought this hadith لبيان تحريم الحيل في الدين. Right? في الدين. He brought this hadith to clarify the prohibition, the tahrim, al-hiyal, from lam, like the word halal. But here, hiyal means to make something haram, make something halal that's not halal. Here, that's what it, like the back context. But the meaning is to play tricks, to play a trick, to make something haram halal by trying to change it around. Al-hiyal meaning tricks. ساق المصنف هذا الحديث لبيان تحريم الحيل في الدين, to clarify the prohibition of playing tricks in the religion. Any questions?
لا.
تفضلوا.
Nah, I did have one.
تفضل.
Up at the top right here first.
Okay.
Ya Rasulullahi.
No.
I thought ya make it with a kasra.
No. Ya makes it with a fatha. When it's mudaf, it makes it with a fatha, not a kasra.
Okay. Alright. Fakil Ya Rasulullahi Ara'ayta shuhum al-mayta. يعني إذا أتمنا بها أثيبت إنه يتلى بها السفن ويطحن بها الجلود ويستسبئ بها الناس يدخل بها الجلود يعني بعد بباغتي ويستشفئ بها الناس يعني يتخذونها وقودا لإداءة مصابيحهم. هذا في السابق لكن كل ذلك محرم. قال لا هو حرام فإن غير إلا غير حقيقتي فهو حرام. ثم قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن ذلك قاتل الله اليهود يعني لأن الله
لعن الله.
لأن الله.
No, not لأن. No shad on the noon. لعن الله.
لأن الله. لأن الله اليهود وهكذا كل آيات في كتاب الله قتل يعني لأن قاتلهم الله حتى يحفاكم.
أن not أتى
أن like أن يكفكن يعني لأنهم الله كيف ينصرفون عن الحق إلا الباطل. إن الله حرم عليهم الشحوم فأجملوه ثم باعوه فأكلوا ثمنه فأجملوه يعني أثابه يعني نهى تحوي شحم عليهم فأثابه وباؤه فأكلوا ثمنه يعني المصنف ساق الحديث لبيان
ساق هذا الحديث
لبيان تحويل هي في الدين.
نعم.
وقيل يا رسول الله أرأيت شهوم الميتة يعني أذبناها أذيبت فإنه يتلى بها سفن ويدعن بها الجلود ويستصبح بها الناس. يدعن بها الجلود يعني بعد الدباغة ويستصبح بها الناس يعني يتخذونها وقودا لإضاءة
مصابيحهم.
هذا في سابق لكن كان ذلك محرم.
كل ذلك
محرم. قال لا هو حرام وإن غير غير حقيقته فهو حرام. ثم قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عند ذلك قاتل الله اليهود يعني لعن الله اليهود وأكذا كل آيات في كتاب الله قتل يعني لعنة قاتلهم الله أن يفكون يعني لعنهم الله كيف ينصرفون عن الحق إلا الباطل. إن الله حرم عليهم الشهوم فأجملوه ثم باعوه وأكلوا ثمنه. فأجملوه يعني عذابه يعني نهى تحريم شحم عليهم فعذابوه وباعوه فأكلوا ثمنه. يعني المصنف ساق هذا الحديث لبيان تحريم الحيال في الدين.
نعم. Inshallah ta'ala, jazakumullah khairan. We reached this hadith. We have 15 minutes left in the audio. We have 11 pages left in the book. And they're all not complete pages. Some of them are very partial pages. And inshallah ta'ala, it'll be about 5 or 6 classes when we return from the break. Be up 5, maybe 6 classes 4, maybe 5, but probably 5 to 6 classes, inshallah ta'ala, to finish the book. And then we're going to start with Usul al-Sunnah of Imam Ahmed rahimahullah, or we might do a Nahu al-Wadih and then do Usul al-Sunnah of Imam Ahmed rahimahullah, and then do something regarding Ramadan before Ramadan until Ramadan. And then if you guys want to do after Fajr time, your time, something, then I'm here to do something at Fajr time around 6 or so, you guys' time. Inshallah, maybe 6 or 7. I'm not sure what time it would be. I think 7 you guys' time in the morning. Don't know if you guys have work or what, but that's what time I would be available. Tayyib.
Yep.
And there'll be a new link, inshallah ta'ala, when I come back, because when the time clock goes back and changes, then it'll have to change on my side as well, so I have to have a new link, inshallah. Tayyib.
Inshallah.
I'll see you brothers in a couple weeks, or
remember in your prayers at home that Allah should make this knowledge easy for us as He has made it easy for you, inshallah.
inshallah ta'ala. Jazakumullah. Easier for you guys than it was for me. Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.